Hi, welcome to the Smoke Time YouTube channel. I am Chandler, and I am an artist, and I do, oh my god, not that. Gosh, I'm sorry for being awkward. I'm still trying to get used to this. I'm Chandler. I'm an artist and a magic practitioner, and today I am doing magic stuff. So I'm just gonna turn the camera around and we'll get right into it. Okay, I've tried to film this like 3 times. I'm having a hard time talking today and just feeling natural in the flow of filming, because I feel like the craft should come first and filming, documenting comes second, you know? Yeah. So this is a Dragon Blood's Incense. It's really good for protection and banishing negative energy. It's a cone incense. I love how the smoke pours and like interacts with everything on the desk. I love that it's free to explore. But yeah, I already went ahead and cleansed everything here. Yeah, so we're just gonna get into it today. I am doing a warding jar. I've been seeing a lot of other practitioners online talking about how they set up their jars, or their wards. And I realized I've never made a ward. I've done like protection and cleansing spells and rituals, but I've never crafted something kind of permanent. And as permanent as I think a ward jar is, I still want something that I can kind of refresh, so I'm trying to aim for a dry ward jar today. So I did all of this off camera. I went ahead and came up with some sigils and gathered my tools to what I think is going to help me best protect the things I want to protect and get rid of the things that I don't want in my life and that I don't need. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to share today, is just setting up my first word jar. So let's do that. All right, here are the tools, like the helpers that I'm going to be placing into the jar. And this was just a cherry jar, like generic brand. It doesn't matter though, but I didn't like the lid, so I just went ahead and painted. You can see it's like a little see-through. It's fine. It's black. You can't really tell from afar, and all I need it is to be black because that amplifies the like protection thoughts behind it all. Yeah. I think I would like to start with the cauldron. I want to put ash with this, but specifically ash from like the words of my intentions. Basically, I want to burn those, put the ash in here, mix everything in here. Yeah. I was waiting for my AC to shut off because I don't want to try to talk while it's doing its thing. So I was working in the background. I went ahead and lit this black candle. I know it looks purple, but I swear it's black. I lit this. It's one like a extra protection candle that's going during all of this other stuff for this working. But I'm going to use some of the melted wax for a part of this process, so I need it to start going now. And while I was doing that, I also was kind of tearing the paper, and these are my warding and then my transmutation sigils that I came up with. Yeah, I like them. I think they feel really powerful and bright. If you don't like them, you don't have to use them. I think everybody should totally make their own, because it's fun, but this one took forever. Even though it looks so simple, it took forever to come up with the design for it. But yeah, so these are gonna go in the jar. I'm not going to be burning those. I want those very much, okay? But I went ahead and on the other side of this piece of paper, like, wrote down basically my intentions for this warding jar, its job, like its duty. And I wrote that down twice on 2 pieces of paper. And I'm going to burn one of them so I can get the ashes, like the intention ashes, if that makes sense. That's how I'm thinking about it. In here to mix with everything else. And the other one I'm going to roll and stick in the jar with those. Yeah. But we're gonna burn the first one right now to start. Alright, here is that second one. The other one's still right there, but I just folded it towards me after I felt confident enough with like what I was saying. But I don't want to burn my fingers, so I'm gonna use the tweezers. Yeah, they're a little burnt, but I'm gonna use those to hold it, and then we're gonna light it and let the ashes kind of simmer down in the cauldron. Alright, remember how I said it was a helper candle? It's gonna help me burn this, so. And transfer it over. And it's just gonna go right in there. Yeah. And we're just gonna let that kind of burn before we add the other stuff, because I don't want these things to burn. Alright, while that is going though, I am going to open the jar that all of this is gonna go into and kind of trap some of that smoke. Yeah, I don't know. I am really drawn to smoke and working with it. Oh, there's the AC, so never mind. I'll come back and talk about it. Gosh, I'm in the middle of doing all of this, but I just want to take like a second to say that for myself, I'm finding it really silly to be nervous. To like just to document this, to record like all of what I want to share. Yeah, I don't know. I feel silly that feel like I struggle and that I'm really awkward with this. Because I really want to do this and I want to be here. This is kind of just for me to have up here, and it's for the people that I know will enjoy this. And I don't want to say the same things and be a broken record, because I hate doing that. It's probably why I'm doing awarding, because I'm feeling really kind of just, how do I say it? I guess just how I feel disappointed in myself that I am awkward like this, and that I struggle to just say the things I want to do and to look at the camera and share the things that I think are genuinely really cool. Yeah, so I want to work on that, and the only way to kind of do that is to keep posting and to keep doing the things that I want to do, and that's what this is. So let's just skip back into that. Yeah, awkward little side tangent. Okay, and now that that happened and I forgot what we were doing, oh yeah, so the words have finished burning, the ashes are all right there. So now I'm gonna go through and you'll kind of see this. I'm not gonna really talk, but I'm gonna hold each of these tools individually and kind of put the energy and the intention on them for what I need them to do for the whole. And we're gonna mix it in here before it goes in the jar, because I think I want to cleanse everything just one more time, because the AC ate my incense. So yeah, well, I'm gonna add it all now. I also want to say that because I'm not gonna really be saying like what I'm adding and why I'm adding it, if you're curious, just message me on Instagram. I do not mind sharing my thoughts on this, and like my work, basically. I just don't want to spend like 3-5 minutes talking about it in a video, if that makes sense. You know, if you're interested, I'll share. If not, then enjoy me just putting it in and seeing the crafting. It's always a mess with me, dude. Always a mess. Okay, I know it's not gonna just like drop and magically be all ground and fit in there, but we can pretend, so. Okay. I've been sneezing now because of it, but that's fine. um yeah, so everything is in here now. I don't want to just dump it into the jar. I really would like to mix it first. So I'm going to use, oh, come on now. This like secondary wand that I have to mix everything. That's usually what I use it for. So I'm gonna do that now. Doesn't that just look like really cute? You're not supposed to be cute. You're supposed to be fierce and protecting. Okay, I think I got it as mixed as I could. And I would like to report that it smells sweet, but like it would hurt me. It's giving that like that facade of like it's okay. Yeah, that's the smell I'm getting off of this, which is so, I guess, like perfect and interesting because I wasn't trying to make it smell too sweet. I really was trying to add like everything else into this. But wow, look at how pretty and foolishly nice this looks. Okay. So now that that's all mixed, we'll go ahead and take that out. And then I'm gonna go wash my hands first because in between all of that, I was just brushing it off with like this little broom and to like get the rest off my hand into there. But it's still dirty, so I'm gonna go wash that first. So I went ahead and folded the second paper that had like the words and intentions on it. I'm not going to fold the sigils. I want to keep them like gosh, how should I say this? I don't want to fold them. I want to keep them just as they are. They feel like shields to me this way. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Like I said, is my first time doing a ward, so I'm not following any guides here. I'm just doing what feels right to me. So what feels right to me at this step, because I've been debating if I want to incorporate a candle or not, and I don't think I need to, and I don't think I want to for the sake of everything else involved. So I'm gonna add our mix now into the jar. What would be like the best angle? Perhaps that. A little piece onion. All right. Wow. That's really nice. Okay. And then my next thought are these right here. This is some raw turquoise that I found just locally around, like anywhere when I'm walking or just going around the town. They're just on the ground here. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what this rock is, but I'm really drawn to the fact that it does that and that it looks like that. And I just kind of want to use this as a topping, like the cherry on top, if that makes sense, to the entire jar when it's done, because I like to put rocks on my jars as like extra little seals in a way. But these ones naturally have properties in protection and warding. Oh my god, in protection and warding. So I want to kind of just toss these in here, mix it in with everything so it has all of the intentions on there. And then I'm going to just place these on my windowsill to protect the home a little so the jar doesn't have to do all the work, is the thought. So there's the turquoise. I'm just going to put those in. And it's going to be loud, but that's just a problem for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to just mix that in there. I'm also going to put this one in here with it, mix it, and then I will pull these back out. Okay, so they are mixed, and I don't immediately see all of them, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get them back out. I just wanted that energy on them, and that seems like the best way to do that. Oh gosh, where did that other one go? Alright, I have placed the turquoise rocks in the middle, and on both ends of the window seal, like the ledge of it. Yeah, I don't know, that feels right. I wanted to do that as well as the jar. So next step for me, kind of like the turquoise and the rock, I'm just gonna throw these in here, and then I will put the lid on there and close it up and just shake it all around. I shook it a whole bunch, tried to get the contents to basically lay on top as like an internal protective thing. Yeah. Final bit, I'm going to take my super crappy paintbrush that I use to paint my sigils normally, and I'm going to use the black wax to paint my boarding sigil on top of the lid to kind of just like seal it. I can still open this, that's the point. I want to be able to refresh this whenever I feel like I need to, and change out the contents or add some if I need. But yeah, I'm gonna paint the sigil on there and then it will be all done. And ooh, I already feel like this is really powerful in itself. I feel like that is gonna really push it. And then the little cherry on top. Alright, and with like the oils and the wax, like when I do those sigils, I'm not getting mad that it looks raw and rough and not exactly like a clean line. In fact, I feel like this makes it more powerful because you can see how genuine and raw it is. Yeah, it's not meant to be a pretty nice looking sigil. It's meant to stand for what I need it to stand for and do what I need it to do. And yeah, I think that finishes it up right there. I think it looks really good. I'm not mad. And my thoughts are that from time to time, whenever I feel the call, I will just refresh this. You know, if I feel like there's a sudden need for extra of this, I'm just gonna give it a shake. I see nothing wrong with that. That's the plan. Yeah, so if you watched this, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you were interested in my warding. I know it was a little raw and not really like a great tutorial. I'm not really trying to do a tutorial, more so just document how I'm going about my craft and processing it, and I want to share that here. Yeah. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, I'm really trying to get 1,000 subscribers by my birthday. It's coming up in a little bit in May. Yeah, I want to be here. I want to do this, and I want to know, like, if you guys like this sort of stuff. So if you do, and you want to see more of it, please consider subscribing, and I would really appreciate it. I want to grow this as far as I can take it, because I kind of never plan on stopping. So you're just seeing the very raw start of what is to come. So thank you. If you like the vibes, like magic and art, I post every Tuesday and Friday, and I'm posting at least something every day. Yeah, so huzzah for warding. Always protect yourself, whether it's a jar or just a black candle or just washing your hands, because that's important too. Okay. Alright, I've got other projects to work on, but I'm glad I could share this here, so have a good one. Peace.